I was going to end up with a very ugly situation with Amber. I've done. I'm sorry. I just, I don't watch them. Well, it's like you're home, and you feel at home.
Johnny Depp has made some bombshell reveals about life after Amber Heard, and it's not surprising to many people at all that it's much better. Many have speculated that there was something going on between him and Camille Vasquez, but it turns out that there is a much bigger reason for a positive change in his life.
Allow as compensatory damages, if any, and the amount you allow as punitive damages. All right. Closing damages. All right. Closing arguments.
No, it's not candy, but Johnny has recently spilled the tea on his transformative time spent in the picturesque countryside of Somerset, England. After enduring a rocky period in his personal life, the talented thespian sought refuge in the bucolic setting and found solace amongst the locals, who welcomed him with open arms. Johnny has also made a triumphant return to the silver screen with his latest film, Jean Dubarry, set to premiere at the esteemed Cannes Film Festival. While some naysayers have raised an eyebrow at the selection, festival director Thierry Fremont stands by his decision, asserting that the film is a thought-provoking exploration of women in politics with a fresh, modern twist on historical subject matter.
Surtout, ne regardez pas le roi dans les yeux. Ce serait perçu par la cour comme une...
From domestic violence allegations to a 6-week defamation trial, Johnny Depp's personal life has been far from smooth sailing. However, the beloved actor has been making a concerted effort to revive his career after being out of the industry for an extended period of time. And, in true Depp fashion, he has been candidly sharing his life experiences, including some surprising roles he's turned down in the past. One such role was the iconic character of Jack Dawson in the hit film Titanic, which eventually went to Leonardo DiCaprio. Depp admitted that he found the lengthy script overwhelming and also declined roles in The Matrix, Speed, and Face Off, which later became career-defining performances for other actors. But even the most talented and successful actors have their own unique journey shaped by the choices they make. After a tumultuous period in his personal life, Depp sought refuge in the rural area of Somerset, England. In addition to Somerset Life magazine published in April, Depp shared about the transformation he underwent during his time living in the picturesque countryside. "I just love places with character," Depp told the magazine, per the Somerset County Gazette. "I have various houses in various places and they all mean something special. I don't have them just to say I own them, I have them for use and because they are a bit special. British people are cool and will greet you as if you were a neighbor without going over the top." He said, "I like going to places, seeing things and meeting people, but I'm not the great extrovert that people think. In truth, I'm quite a shy person," he continued. "That's one of the great things about Britain and especially Somerset. I can just be me, and that's nice."
C'est possible une photo, s'il te plaît?
Don't push. Don't push.
C'est possible une photo?
No, take it as we walk.
Despite his global stardom, Johnny admitted that he sometimes finds it overwhelming to be constantly swarmed by fans seeking selfies and autographs. Depp added that now he can go into shops without being surrounded by people wanting selfies, which he doesn't mind up to a point, but it can sometimes get a little too crowded. Speaking of his affinity for the UK, Johnny revealed that one of the best things about Britain, especially Somerset, is that he can simply be himself without constant attention. And let's be real, who wouldn't love the acres of free space and rejuvenating atmosphere of the countryside? Now, on to the latest news in Johnny's professional life. His highly anticipated film, Jean Dubarry, is set to premiere at the prestigious Cannes Film Festival on May 16th. But not everyone is thrilled about the controversial actor and director's involvement in the project. The director of the festival, Thierry Fremont, acknowledged the potential backlash to the selection of Jean Dubarry as the opening night film. But he defended the decision, stating that Johnny had won his defamation lawsuit and that the film itself is not focused on him. Fremont went on to describe the film as a modern take on the historical subject matter with a focus on the role of women in politics. And it's not just Jean Dubarry that tackles important social issues. Nearly every film in the festival's lineup touches on political topics, from Martin Scorsese's exploration of Native American white relations to Fremont's own film, which delves into questions of morality, humanity, and bravery. And while there's been some controversy surrounding the festival's selection, the director, Thierry Fremont, assured the millions in anticipation that the film tackles some heavy-hitting topics, such as our moral compass, humanity, and bravery in the face of adversity. Speaking of Johnny Depp, can we take a moment to appreciate his incredible acting skills? This man has been in the industry for over 3 decades, and his performances in a range of diverse films have been nothing short of unforgettable. Despite facing various personal and professional obstacles, Depp's loyal fan base continues to admire his talent and the distinctive allure he brings to each character he portrays. The Evening Standard reports that the Hollywood icon purchased the staggering £13 million estate in Somerset back in 2014. This sprawling property boasts not only 12 luxurious bedrooms and 8 lavish bathrooms, but also a whopping 850 acres of picturesque land that's sure to take your breath away. And as if that weren't enough, the manor house is surrounded by stunning walled gardens that will transport you to a fairy tale wonderland. But that's not all. Johnny recently made a pit stop in Lincolnshire where he indulged in a private shopping spree for unique antiques. According to The Guardian, the star splurged on a range of quirky items, including a desk chair, 3 guitars, paint sets, easels, and a collection of posters and pictures that are sure to add some extra pizzazz to his personal property. The owner of the Hemswell Antique Centers, Robert Miller, gushed about the star's eclectic taste, stating he just bought a lot of very quirky items. Rumor has it that Johnny purchased his magnificent English estate while engaged to his ex-wife, Amber Heard, as reported by the Metro. Ever since then, the Cannes Film Festival has been heating up with the much-anticipated release of filmmaker Maywin's latest project, Jean Dubarry. This is Maywin's first period film, and she had to experiment with shooting on film, which meant committing to fewer takes and sticking close to the script, which was a new challenge for her. But it wasn't just the technicalities that proved challenging. Reports have been swirling about on-set tension between Maywin and Depp, and the French filmmaker surprisingly didn't deny the rumors during a recent French premiere interview. In fact, things were far worse than we could have imagined. Despite hints in the trailer that Depp's role in the film would be more substantial, it has been revealed that he only has 10 minutes of screen time, with very few lines of dialogue. The chaos on set reportedly led Maywin to cut down Depp's screen time from the original 15 minutes. Despite the challenges, Depp's role in Jean Dubarry is being dubbed his comeback vehicle after being blacklisted in Hollywood for the past 5 years. The actor has nothing else lined up after this, but his loyal fan base is eagerly awaiting his return to the silver screen. As for Amber Heard, she will also be part of a project. Well, sort of, with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's high-profile split and subsequent legal battles captivating the world. Nick Wallis has set out to unravel the complicated web of events that led to their headline-making divorce with his book Depp v. Heard, The Unreal Story. Using his keen journalistic skills and a close following of both their UK and US trials, Wallis has put together all the pieces of Depp and Heard's tumultuous relationship. I thought they were two troubled but fascinating human beings trying to find their way in the world, Wallis told Daily Mail. They went through an extraordinary process played out on a global stage. I never thought it was sordid or grim. With the book set to release on May 17, 2023, a year after the Depp and Heard trial began, Wallis spoke to the Post about what readers can expect. This is an attempt to pull apart the evidence from both the UK and US trials and piece together what really happened. He said, I've used testimony, witness statements, transcripts, texts, emails, photographs, and other documents from both trials and tried to lay it all out so that anyone reading the book can come to their own informed conclusion about what happened and answer the question as to how the UK courts believed Amber Heard and why an American jury didn't. Oh boy, this one might open a new can of worms. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching and goodbye.